I am making today rice with chicken, and it's going to be chicken on the grill with mango salsa. Then I have a new snack of the week and a fruit of the week. First of all, I'm going to put the chicken on right now so I don't have to touch anything. And my grill pan is really nice and hot. I'm just going to do a couple of little pieces for now. I'll do the rest later for when my family come home. I'm going to show you how I made the marinade. So here I am with my chicken in the pan. So we've got to make sure that goes to 165 internal temperature to make sure that's cooked. And in the meantime, I'm going to make the marinade. I made a marinade for this morning and I got it going now. We are actually going to do 1.5. We can cut one out. We don't really need to do, this is our half a teaspoon, so we're going to cut one out. And we'll do 1.5. It's just making them small little changes.
I've noticed that in a lot of recipes, like with sugar or honey or stuff like that, you can do a little less.
I actually do less all the time and it comes out perfectly lovely. So I'm going to do half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper. And then 2 cloves of garlic. Now I'm going to do a lime. So I'm going to do the zest of a lime. So we don't go down too far.
You don't want too much of that white part.
But we're going to use the lime juice as well. So I'm going to try and get as much as I can off of here.
I think lime adds such a good flavor to things.
I love it on the rice as well, believe it or not. I'm going to just do that for now. I'm just doing it quick. But if you want to get a little bit more, you can. So I'm going to quickly do the juice of a lime. Just 3 teaspoons. I think I measured it earlier and it was like a lime for the 3. That's your marinade that you're going to put over the grilled chicken. And mix that up, give it a good mix. And that goes directly over your chicken. So I'll put that over to the side. Now I'm going to make the mango salsa. Mango salsa. So we have some mangoes. Put in there. We have avocado. My avocado, I have to praise what I did, and it came out beautiful.
Nice. Avocado, I've got some good avocados recently. I have some really nice ones.
So I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of red onion. Then we're going to put some cilantro in there, and then we're going to do juice of a lime. So again, and some salt and pepper, obviously, for taste. Oh, you can add that jalapeno to this if you like a little bit of spice. Honestly, I would have added it because I do a little bit of spice, but I didn't have any, so I didn't add it. I forgot to buy it.
Still works. That's another thing that I have learned recently following recipes is I used to let not having one ingredient or something stop me. Unless it's like the main thing, it's probably all right without it.
I do that all the time.
100%. So there's a little salsa. It's just a quick salsa I put together. All right.
So pretty.
So I'm going to do a chicken stack. I made a stack earlier, which I'll show you after, but you could just put all these ingredients, the grilled chicken and the avocado salsa in a bowl over your rice. But I'm actually going to show you how I did the stack. I got a little...
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow. Look at you, Sam.
I'm getting fancy, right?
Yeah, presentation. That's really cool.
Valentine's Day's coming up, and if you want to do something a little
I know,
special,
right? Something gorgeous.
You can also do this recipe with shrimp or mushroom or something. You can do things to please yourself.
For sure.
Right, so we're going to put that and stack that tight, so it stays nice and tight. Then we're going to get little cut up chicken.
You got those grill marks on there.
I have them grill marks. I just like them grill marks. All right, so I'm just going to slice this quickly. I'm going to put that on the top. And the salsa will go on the top.
That looks
Oh,
good.
that's lovely, Sam.
a little filter on the top. I'll show you the decorated one. I just did this one real quick just to show you. The next thing I have is the snack of the week with sweet potato fries.
Ooh, love that.
So we made some sweet potato fries. I have them ready. You try and get them the same size. I peeled my sweet potatoes. You should always preheat your air fryer. It actually comes out better. But when you stack them, it's preheat. Mine is hot already. Don't stack them too close to each other.
You want them having a little space.
Yeah, I put a little bit of olive oil on these earlier, so there is a little bit of olive oil. I'll spray them again before I put them. But have a little space, because if you put them too close, they actually steam and you want them crunchy.
Sure.
But it's a really good little snack to have in the evening if you're hungry and you want something quick. It's 12 to 15 minutes at 380 degrees, but you could shake them midway. So I just would do that, and then you're good to go. So let me tell you the finished product. So I have the chicken stack. Okay,
beautiful.
The snack is the sweet potatoes. I did pomegranate and raspberry oranges for the juice of the week.
Gosh, gourmet.
Yeah, pomegranates are pretty in season right now. November through January, I think it says when I looked. So it's lots of different colors. We want to do the color of the rainbow. And also, if it's for a family, you can just actually do a bowl.
Oh, so nice. Like all those options.
I happen to have had a ton of cabbage in my fridge, so I wanted to find something to make. I actually made this for dinner last night, and it was delicious. So I actually found a recipe on Instagram, and I just made it my own. I didn't have some things I added, so on and so forth. So I have my ground beef here. I actually already browned it because that just takes the longest. So you'll see my ground beef over here. I just put my stove back on so it's browned. I actually learned a trick with browning ground beef before actually chopping it up and making it into like the little pieces. You should sear it on both sides for 3 to 4 minutes, and it really adds like another layer of flavor. So I never knew that before. I learned that, and I thought that was a really cool trick, and it really is true. The next thing I'm going to add here is some sliced onions, and then the next thing I'm going to add is my cabbage. I have 2 or 3 of these bags, so I'm trying to go through it, which is why I'm doing this recipe.
I like the pre-prepped.
Yeah, I actually do it in my food processor.
Oh,
there's a little shredder, and I just do the whole cabbage, and then I just keep it in the fridge, and I love it like that.
That's such a
so
good
that's
idea.
a good food prep. So I have my cabbage, and now for the sauce part, which is really delicious. So we're gonna do a little bit of chicken broth. You can also do vegetable broth. You can do beef broth. Chicken broth is, for me, the latest option. I like a lot. I also had it. So we're going to do about half a cup of the chicken broth, and it's going to help cook that nicely. But you can definitely do more than half a cup, and you can probably even do a little bit less. Don't worry so much about the exact measurements. Also, some of the liquid will cook out, but we want enough liquid that will help nicely wilt our cabbage. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is put in some crushed tomatoes. So it actually did ask for diced tomatoes, which I didn't have. So I used crushed instead. I'm going to do about 1/4 of a cup, maybe 3/4 of a cup, actually. By the way, crushed tomatoes is more like a tomato sauce than it is a diced tomato. But I just decided to go with it, and honestly didn't change anything. With baking, it probably would, but no real change. So then my next thing I'm going to do is put in my tomato sauce. So you usually want a can. I bought one of the big cans, so I put the rest of it in the container. So I'm going to put about, I would say about a can full, like one of the smaller cans of tomato. And by the way, we want to use tomato sauce, crushed tomatoes instead of marinara sauce, because first of all, there's other flavors in it, but it also has added sugar and things like that. But this does not. And then I'm just going to add in my spices, my salt, my pepper. I add a little bit of paprika, some oregano, dried oregano. You can add fresh if you want. And then we're going to let that sit. There's really no measurements here. This is based on what you like. A little bit of salt. I don't like to add too much salt, as you know. Some garlic powder. I like to use other spices over salt. And a little bit of paprika. And then some oregano. Always put it in your, you don't want too much. You want to rub it, and then you can release that and put there. Then I'm going to mix this all up. I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'll show you the final product. It's really just so easy. It's a really good way to use a cabbage. I also just love like a tomato beef cabbage situation a lot.
I think the tomato and cabbage combination is so good.
You can even just make this as like a sauce without the ground beef. So this is what it looks like. And then I'm going to let this sit on the stove for like at least an hour. Now it's bubbling. I'm going to lower it.
So you just let it simmer for a
Just
while.
let it simmer for an hour. You want all the cabbage wilted and nice. And then this is the final product. It's delicious.
It's beautiful.
I put a little bit of red pepper flakes. I also put some scallion, and it's really delicious. It's so good for this freezing cold weather.
Yeah.
And it's just like one of those comfort, really easy dinners, kind of leftovers. So
I love cabbage and I love like ground beef. It reminds me a little bit of home. So definitely.
Yeah.
That's a really great thing. I want to show, I put this in water. My sister-in-law told me to put this.
I was going to say, that looked really beautiful in the background, your cilantro there. Yeah.
This is a week old.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Okay, she said, if you put it in water in a jar, I spend so much money on it. Like, I love fresh herbs and I love to have them fresh. And then put a bag over the top of it. I put it in the refrigerator. She said, do that and see how it comes out. It's beautiful. Look, it's
wow,
like,
that's
so
really
nice.
cool. Yeah.
So it's a good tip.
I have trouble sometimes, like they go to waste because they go bad because they don't store them right. Make sure you're getting your money's worth out of your herbs.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. I'm going to start doing it with all my herbs because I usually throw in the rest of the cilantro when I'm making rice and beans for my family.
Yeah.
Throw it in because they love the taste of cilantro. I know some people are not big fans. I love the smell of it. I love everything. But for sure, like anything with parsley.
You can do it with asparagus. Put it in a jar like flowers. That's cute.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
like that.